Right, who's first out? Right, we're finally here. Yeah. Final race of the season. Round 10 of the F2 and all left to play for. Constructors looks like it's nearly wrapped up. Well, it's all but wrapped up, really, isn't it? For Mercedes, all they have to do is avoid a howler here in Abu Dhabi, and they've sealed the deal over McLaren. But drivers, you still got 3 in the mix. You did the maths for it, didn't you?
Yeah, Clip's a strong favourite, so Clips just needs a podium and it's done for him.
Yeah, so I think
I've got it I've got it in front of me. So basically, only if Clips finishes outside the points can Jono finish off the podium today. And even then, if Jono finishes P4 with Clips outside the points, he needs both bonus points.
Right, yeah. So it's without cursing the guy, it looks very promising in the favour of Jacob Akan. Is he just
crashed on the straight?
Hello?
I don't know how that one's happened. I assume he's had a problem when trying to warm up the tyres.
Yeah, or his controller's disconnected or something. He's driven into a wall. I'll keep it on the chats to see if he's got any comment on that. But yeah, without jinxing the guy, Clipsy, he's in a very good position coming into this race. He just needs to put a solid shift in, and then you'd hope that Clipsy gets it across. But never rule out the likes of John and Dana. They've obviously been in the mix for the whole season, so they've got the minerals to at least be at the front. John is on board with Nana for now for his lap. Whether we move upwards just to see the people as they cross the line. I see there's Kinsella probably first in his lap, isn't it? Oh no, it's not.
No, it's Kizza.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of reserves, fraudulent of full-time attendance as well for the final race. People obviously maybe checked out for the actual real-life F1. Obviously we're starting a bit later today just to avoid that, so people may have been watching that. So we've got Max in for a second reserve after Miami. Jacob Maikan, who's already semi-final wall, Jacob's reserving it again. Mark, who's a new driver for next season, he's just testing things out with the appearance here to end off season 5. Vitar Jacob, whichever it may be, he is also making an appearance. Olav reserving once again. I know he did Spa. I think this is only a second of the season. Who else have we got here? Manic Panics again. Yeah, he's raced several times. He's back on the grid. Clipsy goes pole with a 22.6. And then working down the order, we've got I6 as well, who did Miami, and then we've got Kizza, who's looking to be full time next season. He's already had one decent performance, so we'll see what he can do in Abu Dhabi today. Clipsy though, first out of the first runs. Who else hasn't set time? Troy's on an outlap.
It's Jono just come up to the line. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what he sets in quite far.
Oh yeah. 23.2 for John on his first lap, so plenty of time left. Fine. I wonder what the pole time is going to be.
About 22.3 maybe?
Yeah, because I'm Manic Panic, so where's Manic Panic's put in the
That's in the pit, because he's got a...
oh yeah, I was going to say.
Kookaburra up to 9th.
Yeah, doing practice, I know last week we were a bit clueless for wet times and stuff, so... yeah, I don't know. I know in F1, F1 pole might end up being like a 21.5, 21.6 if someone fully nails it. In terms of an F2 pole, I think you're right. Maybe a 2 or 3 if someone can bang in the time. But who is that? That's the question. Based on time trial, I think Clipsy's got a decent showing on time trial, I think, so he'd at least be one of the people in the mix for pole. And as the title contender, you'd expect him to be up there somewhat as well.
Well, as John was saying all week, he was looking slow, but then he realised, he's been caught out by this realistic car glitch where if you're not in a Red Bull, you're automatically slower.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's as far off the pace as he first thought, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. In amongst all that as well, Corboard P3, another person that you'd expect to... Oh, he just got in for a cheeky overtake on his teammate in the pit lane. But yeah, it's Clipsy's starting. He's gone for a 2 laps back to back as well. which I would personally do, so I can get behind this idea, but a lot of people choosing just to come in straight away.
I don't know if it's a visual glitch, but this had Troy as purple in Sector 2, so
oh.
Be interested to see what you can do through Sector 3.
So I quickly cut to Troy. Clipsy's coming in Sector 2, so we'll watch Troy across the line. First time on the board, where will this put him? He goes 5th, 20 into the 22s. That puts the top 6 all in the 22 so far, so those are the guys to beat. So we'll go on board with Chesney as well, as he's coming into the hotel section. Up on his time as well, so we'll see if we can continue this through into the 3rd sector. Very steady. Oh, already red on the fuel though, so this man might be crawling back to the pits on this lap. Good final corner. What can he do? Oh, I just missed out on an improvement. 30 milliseconds down in this time. It's Clipsy. Looks to be marginally up as well, so this might be further improvement for Clipsy. There's still 10 minutes left to go in the session, so plenty of time left. And he does, he improves, he goes for a 0.5, yeah. Just basically a whole 10th of improvement, so a good effort for him. Further extends that gap to over 2/10. Beautiful. Who else is on a lap? Lots of outlaps, lots of people still flying around. Olav looks like he's crawling back round to the pits.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's on the lap at the moment. I think everyone's doing an outlap or on the way back in.
I'm looking, is that I6? No, who's that Has? Olav. Is that Ali?
Olav, I think. Just... Oh, it might be. No, Ali's on an outlap one to do.
Yeah, Ali might be the next one then for a full lap. So Ali yet to set time as well. Missed, like, did he miss last week? He did, didn't he? If I'm correct,
yeah.
He missed it, yeah. So unlucky for Ali because it looked like his title. Oh, yeah, it looked like his title push slowly evaporated. It looked like he could have been in the mix maybe coming into the last couple of races, but unfortunately couldn't attend the last race, and that's hampered him coming into the title race. So no title challenge for Ali going into the final race, but we'll see what he can do. He can still at least put his name in the hat for the win. Obviously, in all the chaos that ended the last race, we completely missed out that there's been 9 different race winners from 9 races. So we've got a chance today to get a full sweep of 10 different race winners in a whole season, which would be crazy.
There's still a couple of names on here that you do look at and think they really could win one as well. So.
Yeah, 9 different winners. So you look at it and you go, Kizza. I mean, if Kizza's getting a good performance, you never know what he could do. Kurabod, not 1-1. Chesney's not 1-1. But obviously Banana hasn't. And then Jono. Jono's literally in the mix for the title. And he's yet to win a race this season. So there's several names that are still in the mix for new wins. Alex in the chat said, "Is Clipsy won?" Yeah, Clipsy won. Did he win Austria because of penalties, or did he win Zandvoort?
No, Nano was Zandvoort.
So yeah, he was. I think Clipsy was Austria because Ika and Jono got pens. I want to say. Which
Alex remember the last 2 corners as well. Now I don't think it's been a great set for 3, and he's
just
time before this. Yeah, 22.9. Very slight improvement.
Not too bad for Ali. Puts the 7th. Who else have we got? We've got Red Bull come to the line. Is that Constella? It is Constella. Where's he gone? Oh, fortunate time for Constella. Down in 13th with a 23.5. So he'll be hoping for a bit better in his final run. This is the only issue with this game. I hate all the yellow flags. I wish they just left the time run. So hopefully they sort that out for next season. Alex saying. That he's acknowledged he's got a quali ban. Does that carry it over to the next season? Yes. Unfortunately, that quali ban will run over. So round 1 of season 6, I'm afraid you'll be at the back left. Yeah, so we got times.
I'm watching Jono, but only because he's about to start a time. So. Oh, Kookaburra's put it in 2nd.
Oh yeah, 22.6 for Kookaburra. 10th away from pole. Kisses up on his time as well in the 1st sector. Where is Kurabod? Is he behind this? Oh, he's just started this time. Do you know what? We'll watch Kizza, and then we'll flick down to actually Nano. Is that Nano coming to the line? Oh, it's invalid. 6 minutes still left, so plenty more opportunities for the drivers to get in more runs. Kizza's 3/10 up on his time.
Jonathan roughly 10th in sector 1, but I assume he must have made a mistake in the last 2 to be in the 23s.
This could be pole, provisional pole for Kizza. If he keeps in the lines, which he does he have a good final 2 corners? Come to the line, where does this put him? Pole, and then a provisional pole, 22.3. Another competitor enters the fray.
John has had about, well, nearly half a second at the sector 2 line, so this could be a huge improvement here then, as long as he doesn't throw it away in sector 3.
Yeah, I'm watching Kurbo to the line just ahead of him as well, so we watch Kurbo then flick to Jono behind him. Where does Kurbo go this time? Completes his lap, final turn. Where does this put Kurbo? Polars are 22.2. Jono behind. Jono goes second with the 22.3, so that would have been provisional pole, but Kurbo beats him by 10th and a half, just ahead of him up track. So Clipsy down to 4th now out of all this. And he is on a time, and he is improving. Still 5 minutes left on the clock, so you'd imagine one more run after this. But that last push, that last full send, Clipsy though up on his time, where does this put him? If he carries that 10th and a half through, he could be second. I don't think he might. Oh, slightly caught the curve into the final corner. Goes second, yeah. Still a 10th, over 10th of Kurbo at first though.
I've just checked those are fresh tyres as well, so we've not really gone softer to still have another set, or he's just going to burn forward with his soft tyres.
Yeah. Watching Nano keeps invalidating this time as well. He hasn't got the fuel, so he's coming back in and then going straight back in. F1 kid at
12th as well, slightly further down.
Mark backs out of his lap as well. He was actually up on his time, but wants to just preserve his tyres and just go again on probably a fresh stuff. F1 kid in the chat says, will there be a break after F2? I guess it depends what time we finish. I imagine F1 would be completely unaffected if we look like we're going to be. Yeah, I don't know.
I would guess there's going to be like a 5-minute delay between the two.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't think it's going to be much. Who's left out on track? We've got AlphaTauri now coming around in sector 3. So Cyril, who's 8/10 up on his time, but he is last at the moment, so that will put him down to a flat 23. And he's been putting in some impressive times in time trials, so we know that that Cyril has got the pace. It's just whether he can hook it up in an actual session. So come around the final corner, what can Cyril do? His first improved time, puts it 10th, gets into the 22s, but he's still only 10th, so time trial wise I think he's 7/10 off his time trial, so there's lots of wiggle room left in, and if he's low on fuel he might struggle to get back around it. Depends how much under the limit he's going to be. He might struggle to get back around it.
He was saying though how much he was struggling with the actual
session,
being in an online session and just finding his left grip.
That's fair. Watching Cancelo come round as well. He's the only real one on a lap as it currently stands, and he's marginally up in his first sector, but his first sector's, he's put him in a time that's down in 15th, so we'll see how much improvement he can find in sector 2. Down into the chicane, catches that apex beautifully, bit wide into the next one, but it looks all neat and tidy, so not too bad for the former F1 driver. Coming into the delta line of sector 2, is he up? He is, 2/10. Still puts him into the 23s though, so he wants to try and find maybe another 3/4 in the final sector to be in that mix. Needs to be careful of Cyril up ahead as well, because Cyril is out of fuel. So hopefully Cyril recognises that and knows just to pull aside for him. That should be fine, actually.
I think it might be done. Because I think he's going to have to fix. He's flashing red fuel and this isn't on a lap.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah. Consider the line goes
right
6.
in the pit lane now, so it's going to be right push to get in and out.
I don't think you're making that. By the time the car's in the garage, it's 30 seconds into the garage. I think Clipsy's done. I think that's second at best. So he's not going to be the one to challenge Kookaburra, for pole. Banana's 3/10 off on his time as well. All the times are flicking around as we enter that final push before the checker flag comes out. Lots of people in the 22s as well, which is quite nice to see.
Yeah, there's a bit of a drop off, sort of 4th down to 5th, but other than that, it's been quite a tight fight.
Banana,
a lot of people in like the 0.9 area.
Yeah, and Banana literally puts it in that gap that you said, in between 4th and 6th. Puts it in with a 5.91. Gets into the top 5. Very good effort. Who's that? We've got
John is finding slight time, and that is all he would need to jump above 6.
Yeah, very small. And Troy's like that. Hopefully, he can come back in. Unless he's going to grab a setup or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Dropping it like just in case. So yeah, should be able to join.
Yeah. Hey, he's back.
Oh, he's back in.
Jono, though, he's literally directly in the scrap with his own teammate for the title then. He's, how many points is it? Is it 16 points? 13 points?
I think it's 14. Oh, so he starts 13 behind, I think it is. But count back is likely to be against him, but he has to win.
Yeah, watch him for the line. This is literally going to be his last run. Seconds left in qualifying. Oh, and he's gone slightly deep. Yeah. Troy's retired in the pits. Yeah, that's Troy done. 10th at best for Troy. Yeah, and he bails out his lap.
Oh, Kidder's gone up to P2 as well.
Finds a 10th, yeah. The Kisser, yeah, Jono's retired. Jono's done. Kookaburra gets Kookaburra as well. Actually, there's a Red Bull up ahead. So that's Constella invalidated this time, so that's Constella done. We'll go to Kookaburra. He's slightly down this time. He might be in the pits after this. No, he tries to see if he can find any advantage. Hangs around. Oh, goes slightly deep. Trying to find trying to milk as much time as he could from that, and he banged it. Goes up to 5th. Nano's a 10th and a half up.
They're doing
double
slipstream. Wow. Because he just had slipstream on the other. This one's not worked out well.
No,
it's not got going quick.
He went too low. Yeah, I mean, it might help somewhat. Yeah, he's 3.5 tenths up.
Slipstream down the other straight. But
the ultimate team game. Obviously, Chesney out of the title race now. And
an absolute miracle. The constructors isn't happening.
Yeah. Nikolai said, "Isn't that illegal?" And it's not illegal. No, it's allowed within teams to just help yourself, give each other a tow. Giving Nano every chance he's got. Any chance of beating Kookaburra for pole. Kookaburra looks like he's got this in the bag. Oh, and Nano's caught the curb. Yeah. Finds time, goes second.
Oh, that would have been enough for pole.
Yeah, Nano might have bottled that the last turn. But it looks like that's a Kookaburra pole. Yeah, no one else on time. That Kookaburra gets... I think that's his first pole position. Yeah, first pole position, draw. Starting in the best position he could be to make it 10 wins, 10 different winners from 10. And Nano's going to be fuming with that, but he's done everything he needs to do to keep in the mix. He's ahead of both his competitors. Clipsy's doing what he needs to do in beating Jono. But Nano, that could have been... That's just an extra point. That just... Even if it doesn't mean much, an extra point that just puts him it moves in that one step closer that he needs. Gutting.
So I was just updating it to keep on top of it. If Nano went pole, he still had a chance of winning it if Clip finished P4. But he would have needed both bonus points, so it does rule that out for him. And then in terms of Jono, it now means he can... I think he has to finish on the podium now.
Look at that top 3 though. Separate by 50 milliseconds as the front 3. Kiza making a very good performance in his second just race within the league. Reserved him for Red Bull this time. So it's Kookaburra, Nano, Kiza, Clipsy, Jono, Kookaburra, Banana, Constella, Mark, a new reserve as well for next season, and Chesney as your top 10. Outside of that, we've got Troy, Cyril, Jacob, Ali, Olav reserve as well, I6, Max, Jacob, and then Manic Panics. 3 at the bottom there with not setting times due to quali bans or just skill issues from Jacob, I'm afraid. That makes it very interesting for the race. Nikolai said in the chat, Chesney cut the chicane. He's not allowed to do that, is he? It's not necessarily... I mean, if that was in a race, obviously you're not allowed to do that. But for the benefits of team slipstream and stuff, I don't have that much of an issue with that, I can't lie. If it's not endangering other cars and stuff, I think that should be allowed. Oh, Kai's in the chat. Good evening, Kai. Excited for the race? All new front row as well, worth saying. Both of these drivers have yet to step. I don't think Corbo has. I don't think they've been on the front row before.
Well, I said before we went live, Corbo to win, so
that's true actually.
Just
yeah.
To chuck in a top winner.
No proof. Alex said, when does next season begin? Next season should be a week break and then straight into it. 4 lights, 5 lights. We go. Green racing here. Quickly check tyres as well before we go down to turn 1. As Kurbo leads into 1. Oh, but Nana goes deep. Pushes Kisra off wide. Kisra tries to hang it out. Oh, slight contact with Nano. I think we've had a spin behind. No, just a slow start. But Nano contact with Kisra, and that's really cost him. I don't know if...
Kisra had in the lead, got overtaken.
Yeah, and that's completely ruined him. Because I think he's just been swallowed up by the pack. We've got a spinner at the back. Mark's had a little spin. But look at his toe, look at the slipstream. The Kurbo's had a massive gap off that from all that instance happening with Kiza off the line. Quickly flick, have a look at the tyre strategies suggested for Jono on the screen. Obviously starting on the mediums, Nano and Banana, your highest hard runners. Olaf starting on the hards as well. Then you've got 2 soft runners in the forms of Troy and Ali. So just going for something different, trying a little punchy start to the race. Now, this is the one thing we've been looking at. The Mercedes. What do these guys do? Because it's gloves off. It's for the title. That's all it is. Jono needs to get past Clipsy if he wants any shot of this title. Clipsy, he's in a very similar situation to Nico Rosberg in 2016. He knows what he has to do. It's in his hands to some degree. So he just needs to do his job, keep up in the top of the pack, and he should have it, regardless if Jono beats him. He just needs to... he knows his minimum finish. What is it? He needs to finish in the top 5, doesn't he? Pretty much. Just to kind of wrap it up for himself.
So if he finishes on the podium, it's done. If Clips finishes P4, Jono has to win.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So he knows that even if he finishes 4th, Jono needs to clear him and then get up to Corbard and pass him. So it started as you'd want for Clipsy in the first lap, avoiding the chaos. But then obviously DRS coming in next lap. So what do they do here? Yeah. Through goes Jono. What's the DRS looking like after that? Oh, to be fair, both of them have eaten into it. So
Nano almost went at the back of Clips. Then it looked like it's a corner where I was saying when we were practicing this track, it's a horrible one to get caught out for dirty air. It's that type of game.
This is going to be very interesting. Look, there you go, all in order. Then 2, 3, 4 are your championship contenders. So it's a straight dogfight now for the title. You're all together. They can literally see who they need to beat. As Mark at the back drops a couple of positions. See what's happening lower back quickly. As I6 is eating all his.
Mark's gone for a move up the inside of Olaf and made it stick.
Oh, Olaf's trying to. Oh, yeah, that was never going to end well. Fair play. I mean, they didn't die, so do you know what? I think that's a dub. Good move from Mark.
So Kiribold is relying on a safety car. He is underfueled.
Oh. I'll have a quick flick through the drivers to see if anyone else is. Olaf's in that situation as well. Which isn't completely out of the question here in Abu Dhabi, so plenty of errors, and I mean from what we've seen before and our own experience with the track, you know, when the stint goes to that point beyond lap 7, 8, track does get very slippy, so it's not completely out of the question.
And our own experience of F2 is it normally starts with a safety car.
Yeah, very worth saying. Yeah, we've obviously had a new host for today, and it's worked. So fingers crossed that's the way forward. We'll see what we can do for next season to ensure that there's no issues with lobbies and stuff, because it is a pain. Even though some drivers might prefer just to have a rolling start, it just kill the vibe off the start there. As Pinstello and Jakob look like they're fighting for P8 and P9. Oh, and Jakob's got on the curb and he's flicked around. Full 360. No damage, but irreparable damage to his positioning. Goes down to 18th on that. He was fighting Constella, and then it's he's nearly gone again. Just needs to be careful with the tyres now. That's a real shame.
It's going to be a big set to one then, so Jono has to find 2 tenths now. Otherwise, I mean, it's going to be it for the DRS. We'd imagine they're potentially going to start fighting behind Durable, and Durable might run away.
Yeah.
Jacob's into the... so he's got a free-second penalty, although that would be something that can get removed. He must have done it entering the pit lane.
Yeah, maybe. I'll have a see. Right, what's these gaps looking like? Nano behind these guys does have the ERS advantage, so he's getting sucked in on this fight. Cobra, though, extended the lead slightly even more then down that back straight. It's Troy and Banana behind our fighter. And oh, Troy went a bit deep, squeezed Banana, and he's stuck his nose up the inside. He's got the DRS again, so it's a little move behind from Kookaburra as well. He's just been, I think he's just been had by Constella. And Troy's already out of ERS. A lot of people are already flashing, despite it being lap 4. It's questionable race management from these guys. But you know, if you want the track position, I guess you've got to do what you've got to do.
Pretty much the entire field, yeah.
Very odd, but then I guess it's in that situation where if the car's around you doing it, you don't really want to do it, but you just get sucked into that mentality, don't you? If you want to stay ahead and you want that track position, you just need to in a way, but hopefully that... All I say is I hope that doesn't happen in F1 because I'll be fuming.
One person who's been quite good is Nano, though. I mean, he's sitting in top 4th at the moment, but...
Yeah. Cobra as well, yeah, he's down around the 40% mark as well as the 2 Mercs. Alex in the chat says, will Season 6 carry over onto F1 24, or is it ended just before? So yeah, I think the plan is a 10-race season, one week break after this, so that's when teams would be announced, potentially a pre-season race, if we have the time for it. Calendar release, everything, and then straight in 10 race calendar, and that should take us right up until the week before the release of the new game, so it should just fit in perfectly. Yeah, back to this though, it's very close between the 2 Mercs and Nano just following each other around. Nano doing good just to maintain his ERS as well.
The thing Clips will be loving looking behind him though is Troy and Banana still going at it, and the gap's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, there's massive trade.
What Clips need to see.
As Constella's starting to cut through that pack as he's had Kookaburra last lap, Troy this lap, and next on the order is Bananas as he obviously had a disappointing, I guess it depends on what he was looking for, but a slight disappointing qualifying maybe for Constella, as you'd expect him to always be in that top 5 conversation, so slightly off the pace in quali, but showing that his race pace is right there as well as he cuts back through. We'll have a quick look at positions gained and lost. Big gain is, Troy's gone up 4, Constella up 2, Banana's up 2, John as well up 3 positions from the start. Kiz is the real loser. It was all from that lap 1 instant really, where he had a slight tap with Nano, and then it obviously looked like he had an illegal overtake, so I had to massively brake to then let cars through, and lost a lot in that process. Manic Panic started last, obviously, and he's up 4 places as well, so a couple of movers. Got a yellow flag. Who was that?
It's an Alpha male, I think. Yeah, it's I6, isn't it?
I'll quickly cut back and see. Has he got any damage?
Yeah, I6.
Well, I'll cut back to the front. Constella makes the move, stick on Banana down into the chicane.
Troy had a hit from behind there from Cyril and almost 2 Ferraris are going out into the tight chicane.
Oh. This might be with a little look.
Though, so
no blur that.
I think he put it in the wall slightly, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked like he did. It didn't pay off because he has not gained the position on both the Ferraris. Both flashing in front. Oh, one's gone. One's gone. Oh, and he's been collected.
Oh, has he collected the other?
No, Olaf went into the back of him, but if Olaf hasn't got damage from that, oh yeah, he's missing his end plate. Painful from Olaf, it's just a victim. That's the second time that Jakob's gone at that corner, so really struggling to get it together. Oh, Max goes wide.
Troy's already into the pits coming off the soft, so I see whether or not he's got damage or whether or not this is just an early stop. I wonder if he's trying to make a 2-stop work.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he's checking on the mediums, so there's no damage, so he's going for a 2-stop.
Oh, is that Jack gone? Oh, Jack with a massive moment. Chesney in the turn 2 nearly lost it, nearly collected Kizra in that process as well, as Kizra gets up another place or holds that off. There's Bananas. A little bit of DRS games now, switching between the two.
Clips and Jono are getting quite close together. And I think Jono had a slight moment onto the sort of second of the 2 DRS straights. But I think he's got enough straight line speed to cover it off.
Yeah, already flashing though. So he's obviously realising that there's a threat coming from behind. And these guys are slowly reeling in Kurabod as well. Where the Kurabod's having just...
has now drained. He was keeping ERS to begin with.
Yeah. So it seems he knows that there's a genuine threat from behind on these guys, because they're obviously pulling each other along. So Nano leading the charge to get back in this. I mean, this would be beautiful for Jono if he can claw into the DRS, and he's just on that cusp. Whether he can hang out through sector 1 and get there. I mean, he's just in it. Oh, Kizza gets a 3 second as well for multiple warnings.
Well, Nano's the one who must be loving this, because he's getting dragged along, and he's up at 85% DRS.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not using any at all. Beautiful race management from him.
Oh, it's a poor turn 1 from Jono, so I don't think they're going to quite be able to catch it.
Kizza's
outside in the pit.
Yeah. It's a shame, because we were hoping we could have a little look at him going to the next season, but painful start to the race, really. It already started falling apart from lap 1, which is a shame. Yeah, so Jono did not get DRS then this lap, and he's flashing me once again.
On that. 3 tenths back.
Yeah.
I'm always just clocked as well. Nano went for the hard start and he stuck with the medium runner.
Yeah. Oh, and Jono's gone deep.
Oh, Jono's gone
yeah. This might be a position change for the 2 Mercs. Whether they have any kind of games played? No. Just a straight up position switch.
Well, Jono knows there's no point in fighting this hard. They need to catch Kurabol for him to really stand a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, that said, Kurabol is set to run out of fuel, it seems like, at the moment.
Yeah. He's praying for a safety car.
He got struggled through sector 3 this lap, though, Kurabol, it looked like.
Yeah. I always wonder what the wing disadvantages and stuff are between the two, and how comparable they are, because I don't know if it's setup related in the fact that Kurabol seems to lose that in the first sector, but I mean, we'll see what the delta looks like when we come down to. Oh, we've had a spin as well, the final corner.
That's Cyril.
Yeah. Has he got any damage? No, it looks like has he? Yeah, he's got both his end plates. But that gap again, it's still 1.2, it's gone up again. Going down to the DRS activation line. So Kurabol doing all he needs to do again, like 2 tenths. He's getting that 2 tenths in sector 1 to be able to then fend these guys off, going down to the line.
Although Jono's going to get through and clips on the DRS. Oh, I think clips right at the back of him. I don't think they quite touched there.
Oh, and Nano had a slight moment coming out there as well, so no chance for
overtake. They're going to get back through.
Yeah. It's lap after lap switching at the moment for the Silver Arrows. 1.1 gap up ahead to Kurabod, so that gap it comes down when they're in DRS, but then it just ekes up again as they come round again for the next bout of DRS. Constella's very close to the back of Banana. Oh, there must have been a little moving going on in the DRS there because of whether Constella got the move done or Banana's back ahead. I'm not sure.
Kurabod seems to have had a cleaner run through sector 3 this time.
Yeah. Gap immediately back up. Troy's doing well on those new set of mediums, looking for a fight with Jakob. Oh, looking to get a move done in sector 3. Just slightly unheard of. And he does, yeah, Jacob's in the pits. Jacob. I need to check where the guy's from so I just get his name right. I call him Jacob. Once again, DRS then for the Mercedes behind. Whether Jono makes that move, is his wing still open? Yeah, it's still open. Not going to close it.
Hold off with this straight, isn't it?
Yeah, just makes no point making a bit of a reckless lunge. Clipsy's gone slightly deep, so good run out from Jono. So you'd expect the positions once again to switch. Jacob I kind of gets another warning, unfortunately. Jacob is in the pits, going onto the hards. Oh, he doesn't get the move done on this straight. I mean, that doesn't make much of a difference really, but move behind again with Banana and Constella. These guys constantly switching lap after lap.
The gap behind them has seemed to stabilise at close to the 4 seconds.
Yeah.
They were losing quite a lot of time behind before.
Yeah, it seems these guys, Banana and Constella, seem to be working together to some degree as well, and they've got a slight gap back to Kukura, so they can just freely switch positions and just benefit each other. And then obviously then there's the gap back, 4.7 seconds now back to Chesney. So it's this little train now of Constella, Banana, and Kukura behind the front four. Nano sat very nice though on these hards and on this DRS advantage.
I was going to say it's around about now the mediums will really begin to start to die off. So you wonder if Nano's going to look to try and get through them. But
yeah, I guess it depends how aggressive he wants to be. Yeah, I mean he won't make a move down into the chicane, but it does Jono. Jono looks to go around the outside. Clipsy gives him the space. Oh, and a bit contact, slight contact from the Mercedes. Who gets the DRS? That's the question. Clipsy.
Tons of time. Almost 1.8 seconds now. Right?
Yeah, it's all about playing the team game. I know you want to fight for the title and stuff, but if one of these guys wants to win, they need to switch as they have been for the last couple of laps.
Well, I guess for Calypso, it's not about winning today. It's just about securing the title. And he knows if neither of them win, it's pretty much job done for him.
I guess he's doing everything he needs to do. So in a way, it probably works in his favour just to completely mud these guys and let Kurabod run up the road, because that win is that sacred territory for Fernando and Jono in terms of trying to get their hands on the title, because 25 points would do massive work for their potential win. That gap has got slightly down as well from the scrapping, down 8/10. It was 4 seconds. Was it 4 seconds before? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Now it's down to 3.2, yeah. Look at these guys, they're so close. Oh, I thought John has slightly caught that bollard, but not that makes a difference.
Don't think they're close enough to spot this time now.
No.
Maybe, actually.
John is going to go for a move, yeah. But this is working against them again. I mean, Clip's going to try and hang it out.
Oh, they've made slight contact again, and now Nano's trying to get through on Clipsy.
Yeah, it's muddy Clipsy on that exit, yeah. Slight burn of his ERS, I imagine.
I don't think there was quite the room either, so I think Nano just had to back out.
Yeah. At this point, yeah, you don't do anything stupid, you realise there's 17 laps. And like we said, I mean, it's all this talk about letting Kurabod run up the road and all this, but Kurabod is, like we said, he is short on fuel. So unless there's an incident, there is that other cat in the bag that could mix things up. I wonder what the warnings are.
To play out as it stands. You're probably looking at Nano's, probably looking at him feeling like he might be favourite to go on and win it anyway.
Yeah, out of these guys anyway. Yeah, depending on what happens with it. Can't wait. Kurabod's 2 seconds up the road now from these guys. I wonder what. I don't know if it's quickly worth checking warnings as well for these guys.
I checked them earlier. There weren't many going about. So yeah, Kurabod's going up down there. Pretty chuffed.
Yeah, like just out the front guys. The two Mercs. I haven't really seen them go wide or have any moments in particular. So
the only one to have a warning.
Okay.
The top four then.
That gap now down to Cancella's down to 2.2. It won't be long really until these guys catch up. I mean, if you're Cancella, do you try a little undercut? Oh, he's being aggressive. Yeah, he's going for it. Yeah.
And you wonder, is this going to be the lap he tries to also clear Jono?
Yeah. I mean, it is. I think it's 2 laps now to go until the medium runners have their pit strategy window open. So I wonder if someone like Constella tries a little undercut, because we know the undercut can give you around 3 or 4 seconds in undercut time. So I wonder if he tries that to then get up in this mix and cause some havoc in this championship fight.
You also have Banana on the hards as well there.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be Banana who's going to have the potential for it.
Because I think if you're trying to...
Jono's ran slightly wide there. Maybe twice.
Oof. If you're trying an undercut, it would be this lap or next lap, so... And yeah, Jono's in. Speaking of the devil, he's the first one to decide. He's biting the bullet and he's coming in. Cookbert in as well.
So Jono got a warning that lap, but I was checking it, and that was for the pit lane. So it's one of those where, again, there's so many dodgy warnings given out by the pit lane here.
Yeah. Mark speeds in the pit lane. And where do these guys come out? Well, watch Jono as he comes out of the pits. Make sure he doesn't crash in the pit lane. Yeah, nice. We'd be a bit ratty. We're going to watch people to make sure they don't cut this line.
So you'd imagine both Clips and Curabold are going to go in there.
Yeah, I think they have to avoid any risks on their side. I mean, Clipsy and Nano, that's the only thing. Do you really want to be fighting that much? On your, I mean, Clipsy, you'd imagine this is his in-lap. So would you really want to be scrapping that hard? I mean, Nano, he's had a bit of an ERS drain, but he's still sat on 50% compared to these guys who emptied it towards the end of their stint. So does Clipsy come in this lap? Does he decide to pull it in early as well? Obviously, the pit strategy is yet to open. It's next lap for the mediums. I think the game recommends 14 laps to 15, so whether he chooses to extend by one more. Is he in?
Curabold is in.
Clipsy's in as well. Catches that curb. Does he speed? Needs to be careful. Needs to maximise the time. Does it beautifully though. So that releases Nano. How many more laps does Nano do though? That's the question, because there's not too much time between the two tyres. It's quite an even 50-50 split with how much you go on either tyre. So I'd imagine I imagine Nano will be in this lap or the next lap. But we're keeping an eye on the pits. Troy's up to third, obviously with his slightly weird strategy of, he's already on 8 lap old medium, so the likes of John are behind. I mean, that's what
might have been a small pit lane cut down the exit for Curabold.
Oh. One thing worth...
it was half over, it looked like.
Oh. One thing worth noting, Jono ahead of Curabold.
And he's also got DRS from Troy.
Yeah. So this
is going to be a big moment here, because I don't mean the problem is in the way. I think it's going to work against him, because I can't see him get a move done before the rest are set straight.
Yeah.
So if anything, I think he's going to be stuck behind Troy, who, on somewhat used tyres, is probably going to be quite a bit slow and hold him up.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll follow this through into the final sector. Yeah, look how close Jono's getting. This is really going to hamper him unless Troy gets a move done. He doesn't really want to make a move. This is very bold. He does. Oh, it's a bit risky though, making a move like that.
Troy almost took him, although Curabold has managed to sneak through as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful for Curabold because he's had no suffering up against a car on older tyres, and he's straight onto the back of Jono now. So Jono having to do the hard work of getting past Troy, and it's benefited the Williams man behind as well. Nano and Banana doing another lap as well on those hards. 15 lap old now. But look at that gap though. That gap to Jono on these new hards. It's only, 13 seconds? It's how much of a deficit he's going to have to make up near the end, because obviously Nano will be quicker when he switches onto the mediums, but he's going to have to make up a lot. He's going to be around 10 seconds behind at this rate.
I think you're looking at pitting this lap, aren't you? You're going to the mediums, unless he's trying to hold out for a hard soft.
Yeah, which I don't think many people would think about touching the softs mid-stint. Curabold deciding to ease off as well and stay behind Jono, looking to get the move done in the second burst of DRS. And a good exit.
Well, this is the other thing. Does he even want to get the move done, or is he just going to want to sit in DRS and sort out his fuel situation?
Yeah, that's a very good point actually. I mean, for him, he wants to just... That would make more sense to be stays behind, but these guys go side by side.
Yeah.
Jono holding out though. Where is Clipsy in all this then? So Clipsy's a further 3 seconds back from all this.
Nano is in.
Banana out, stays out. So he, at this point, surely he's going for a soft jobby at the end, because it just doesn't seem beneficial to hang out now for the mediums, because you're just driving around on Nano onto the mediums. Where does Nano come out though? Jacob kind of gets another 3 seconds, unfortunately. But we'll watch Nano as he comes up the pits. Nice and tidy from him. Making sure he doesn't cut the pit lane. Come on, Nano. Yeah, nice and sorted.
Yeah, he took it fine.
But look, he's down in 8th. He's come out just ahead of his teammate.
But Clips is being caught up massively. This is potentially huge for the title. Because it's Jono and Costello fighting in front.
He's getting swamped,
I think he's getting through both actually this time round.
Yeah, but it's just that I wonder. The only issue is he's ahead now going into the chicane, so it's how much of a hindrance Troy's going to be on the exit. Because Troy's had a very not Costello actually. Costello's had a very good exit. Costello's going to zoom past him now with the DRS. Yeah, he gets squeezed a little bit, but through he goes. Down to fifth then for
it work. It's going to be time to hold a sector 3 again and moving time.
Yeah. Let me have a look. So what does this mean for the tie? If it finishes as it is, let's have a quick look.
It means Jono or Nano would have to win. And Banana's in now though, actually. So this is the one thing to consider. So it's if Clips finishes P4, Jono has to win.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in that situation where for the time being we're going to be on for that.
Yeah, so right now, currently, Jono's won the title. But that's a big if, really, because of the tyre advantages and everything happening. Because Kurbold's behind, and it looks like he might get a move done, but he's got that fuel situation. Like we've said, we've mentioned it many times earlier in the race, Kurbold is low on fuel. But it's whether he's got any kind of risk here. And he's deciding to stay behind, so I wonder if he's doing this all for the fuel. So knowing we can't find out just how much, the Williams steering wheel is always the worst to look for as well, because you can look at the wheel and it tells you the fuel, but I don't have the facilities to know that. Yeah, and Kurbold is staying behind, so Kurbold is just literally getting towed along by Jono. So it's whether
cockpit for you, can you? So I can't see how far off he is either.
Yeah, a bit of a moment from him as well. Clipsy though did make the move on Costello, so he's up to third, but he's got him right up behind him, carrying along Kookaburra with him. Nano 2.8 seconds back from this little squabble.
The other thing to note, I'm pretty sure Kookaburra did cut the pit lane exit, so it would have to be looked back at. With that considered as well, it will mean Jono will likely go on and win.
So it's all down to what happens to Clipsy now. We said it's all down to how he gets on. And the Costello sticking right with Clipsy here, so you'd imagine this is going to be another simple move. He's already flashing as well, is Clipsy. We go back up to the ERS and have a little look. Costello doing very well in this stage of the race to manage his ERS. Clipsy obviously trying to fight back through. He is only on 11%, so he's had some form of drain. He's going to have DRS again on Costello for the second bit, as Banana gets through Chesney as well to go up to 7th. We'll have a quick look at Pens. We've got Jacob down in 18th on 9 seconds. Olaf's got 6. Manic Panic 6. I6 3. Ali 3. Mark's got that 5 for that pit lane cut. And then Chesney and Banana have also got a 3. I wonder what Troy does in this race as well, because he's obviously, so he's just come on for a new set of mediums. I wonder if that's now him to the end on the mediums. You'd expect so. So Troy's done a little...
That's the second stop.
As Ali just gets past him. He's also on relatively fresh mediums, but only on a one stop compared to Troy's 2. Nana then 2 seconds behind Kookaburra, reeling him in bit by bit. All of this train really, so it just shows that pace deficit that the mediums have got, because these guys have all got DRS on each other, but Nano's still managing to cut away. Alex asks who's got fastest lap. Well, there you go. That is the fastest lap. 25.1 set from Nano on his new brand spanking new mediums that he's just chucked on.
This problem though, like you say, Nano's going to catch him up, but then it's another 3.5 seconds after this pack up the road to Jono.
Yeah, so he needs to get past this train and then move past them, get out of their DRS, and then up again. As then the move switches again, Costello hopping ahead of Clipsy down that straight. But then are these guys going to switch again, like the last couple of laps? A little wiggly exit for Clipsy, but oh, he's using his he's using a bit of ERS. I think at this point you know that the DRS is enough to get past, so it's enough really just to keep you covered with another moment. Still low on fuel one. I wonder how close is this man starting to sweat, because he's then starting to think, 9 laps left, no safety car on F2, which, yeah, Alex has just said it's wild. Oh, Jono catches that curve there. But yeah, with those safety cars, it's actually quite crazy.
We're almost at the point where, it wouldn't be too much longer until safety cars just won't happen.
Yeah, another 5 laps or so.
Yeah.
But that's your order then. Coming from Clipsy, Kinsella, Kookaburra, then Nana, who's now right on the back of this. Oh, just as I said it, he goes wide. He's found another 1.5 seconds to then get within Kookaburra's DRS then for this next straight. So what does Nana do from here? Because he has got... I mean, I was going to say, does he have the DRS advantage? The ERS advantage, but I mean, compared to Kinsella, no. So it's... I don't know. I don't know what Nana tries to do here.
It's good to be Nano joining the back of the pack of this, because if he can make his way through, it's another position lost for Clips.
Yeah.
And then that really opens up, even if Curabold runs out of fuel and drops back,
yeah,
P4
that's still...
isn't enough for Clips if Jono wins it.
Yeah.
Nano's trying to get moved on Kookaburra.
Oh,
he's made it stiff.
Yeah, fair play, yeah, bold move, all the way around the outside. Good respect given from the two of them to make that move stick. So up in the train he goes. Constella next on his list, but like we said, Nano's done a complete ERS dump though. I've just seen that. He was a bit of a moment as well coming out of the hotel section. But yeah, Nano did have 50%, so he's just to get past Kookaburra and to get within this scrap again, he's dropped 35-40% of his ERS, so whether that's a bold move or not, I'm not sure.
Curabold has done what he needed to as well, so he's charged with the DRS, and I've just seen the fuel light kept on flickering on and off, and it's now fully off again. So.
So now he's in full attack mode, I imagine. He's literally doing what he needs to do just to hold Jono within his grasp, and then now that it's coming towards the end of the lap, he might just be able to pounce on him. I wonder if he makes the move here, whether he's quite happy just sitting in the... Yeah, he's quite happy.
Back,
yeah.
I think you can leave it another lap or two then, or just making sure he will make it to the end on fuel.
Just management, yeah. It's very smart driving from Kurabold. And like we said at the start of the race, 9 different winners from 9 races. Jono and Kurabold, he's made the move as well. He's decided to make the move, he's gone for it. Because the gap behind, I've only just realised the gap is only 2.2, so these guys aren't exactly running away with it, they're only just up the road. And they're just about to lap Jacob as well, I just realised that. Hasn't racing quite a while, but nice to see him back out on track, but yeah, it does look like he's about to get lapped by the front guys. But yeah, this is a big turning point then. So Kurabold decided he's finally he's bit the bullet and he's decided now is the time then for him to make that move for the lead. He feels like his fuel is obviously good enough now to make it to the end. Hopefully Jacob Mike kind of moves out of the way. Yeah, he does. Otherwise we would have had a tricky DRS situation like we saw at Spain in F1, which we don't always want to see. Jono will get DRS, and you'd expect Jono to make a move then down into the chicane.
I don't know if he gave Costello DRS though. I mean, he didn't do it perfectly, he was just dropping back out the way.
Yeah.
Now Costello hasn't quite got it.
I was saying, look at the gap. This gap now, these guys will catch onto the front train.
Oh, they've come together, I think, slightly at the front. It just looked like Jono went into the back of Curabold trying to make a late move towards the inside and flicked him off slightly, but...
Well, this gap is only 1.6, yeah, the Constella is catching, and he's dragging the front along. So we could literally... Oh, we got yellow flag, who's that? We got Ferrari round.
Jacob, he's got going.
Yeah. Flick back through, see how everyone's DRS and fuel is looking. Banana, I mean, having a bit of a quiet race there.
I was going to say, it's setting up for a great ending though, because it's going to be a case of, if Jono holds off Curabold and Constella can hold off Clips, then Jono would win the title.
Yeah.
So we are in a position where the title battle will
go down to the last.
Be down to the last.
This could get very interesting. Because just looking at it and you go, Constella's getting dragged on. It's not going to be long until Constella... I mean, he's still got a bit of ERS to play with. That's his one factor in this battle behind. Is compared to Kookaburra, Nana and Clipsy, Constella's he's in the best position because he has got at least got something to work with in terms of ERS. Same with Kurbold.
Going side by side with Clips, wow, into the touch again.
Oh, this can only end well. Oh, goes deep, slight contact, squeezes him. Oh, Clipsy had a bit of a moment coming out. He will have DRS to fend off Kookaburra behind, who won't try for a move, not using any ERS, but Clipsy down to, he's got nothing left in terms of his ERS. Not good for the title for Clipsy.
Yeah, you'd imagine he won't be able to recover up to the third here need.
Yeah.
So it might all come down now to if Jono wins.
This is crazy. You know, we said before, what would you prefer to do? Have a good F1 race or watch a banging F2 race? But I literally, there's 5 laps left. It could go either way. In terms of, I have no idea what could happen in these last couple of laps. Someone could bin it still. We might, if something happens within the next lap, we might have a last lap safety car. But I don't think that's. I think. Oh, just let's say that was nearly Nano who went into the wall.
But yeah, that's important though because he's now lost the DRS to Constella, and Constella's joined the DRS of the front.
Of the front, yeah. He's got yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, I think that's Ali. Yeah, Ali's into the pits.
Yeah, okay. John had decided to stay behind Kurbo, giving him a taste of his own medicine, really, of what he's been doing for the last... And now, yeah, Ali retires from the pits. He's had enough. Painful end to the season for Ali, but a good showing overall. Came in mid-season and he put in a solid shift. But John regains the lead 4 laps from the end. Through he goes. But you'd expect it to switch again when we get through. But look, yeah, Constella's fully in this train now. The gap then goes down to Clipsy. Clipsy's in a position where he's got no ERS to catch Constella. And yeah, no ERS, and he's out of the train. So he's got a potential that from now, this gap could just extend, which could ruin his chances because Nano might not overtake him to make him the champion, but he might end up doing it. Oh, John has got 3 seconds. No.
I wonder though if one of these was for the pit lane.
I think you did say that, yeah, when it happened. So, yeah. Oh, this is going to be another one of these ones where we won't know on track. This could then go to the stewards' room to get a penalty decided. So, Jono may be coming to the stewards with his race director, searching for a warning to be removed. Drama after drama.
Let me double check if he did it on the lucky setting.
Scoreboard goes back ahead for the lead.
Yeah, so I think one of them comes from a lap he's fitted, so if he doesn't get another, that should be able to come off, assuming it was at the pit lane.
We'll pay attention to John in these last couple of laps and see if we think he strays out of track limits and then might get it. One thing worth noting as well is that it is switching behind, but that gap's just going up and up and up. Up to 2 seconds now between Clipsy Nano scrap back to the top 3. It's really helped Banana. Banana's got involved, but he does have this penalty though. Lovely wheel-to-wheel racing in this final race. This is probably the best F2 race of the whole season. So much on the line. Kurbold gets one. That's big for the title. That's really big for Clipsy. Because if Clipsy, it looks like he's dropping away though from it. So Clipsy might be saved.
Gets another. This might hand Constella the win, yeah, and then it's all over.
Yeah. This all to play for still. That might have saved Clipsy. This might be Clipsy's title. Because I don't... Oh, there's a Ferrari there. Oh man, it panics getting lapped as well.
Yeah, he had a moment a couple of laps ago. So.
This is it. Oh. It's just twist after twist. So Jono might be able to get that warning removed. Constella's now fully taking the ascendancy and he's going for it. He wants this win. He's going after Kurbo now. Slight squeeze on the entry there into the chicane.
And Nano's got through on Clips. Oh, there's a whole load of them closing in on Clips.
Yeah.
He really could drop right at the end.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Although Banana has got a penalty as part of this pack behind.
So he goes around the outside, but does Nano stick it on the inside? He does. He tries to hold it out. Slightly catches that curb. Oh, he runs wide.
Oh, they've come together.
Oh, he's forced him wide. Oh. He makes that position stick, but again, oh, and he nearly goes into the back of him. Oh.
I think that was Kookaburra hit him, which almost caused it. Now the side by side
that's perfect for Clipsy, because he might have... Has he broken the gap? He has. Clipsy can run away now. These guys have almost ruined it for themselves. Kookaburra trying to get stuck in, and he might have all in contact with Bananas. And I think that saved Clipsy.
Might have just handed Clipsy title, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Jono not set to win the race at the moment.
Yeah. 2 laps left. Oh my god. 2 laps of adrenaline for these front guys here. Nano then 1.9 behind Clipsy now. Clipsy though, he's 2.5 down, so what's that gap down with this penalty that so Clipsy's 3.8, so Clipsy won't gain any positions, but it's obviously the impact is that Constella's going to be the one that gets the win at the moment, because he's dropped Jono.
Well, the front two just come together slightly as well into the tight chicane.
Or maybe.
Yeah, Jono's massively caught up again.
Oh yeah, because he was gone, wasn't he? Oh, that's a yellow flag.
Oh, Kookaburra was ghosted, so I think he must have been spun as part of
it. Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Constella's now into the lead.
Got another yellow flag. For Olaf, I assume.
He's out of fuel. Yeah, he's going to retire in the pits out of fuel.
Nah.
5-second penalty for Troy cutting the corner.
Where's he going? Where's he going rogue? Yeah, Olaf retires in the pits, unfortunate. Nice to see him back on track though. So Clipsy, he's right on that cushion then with Kurovod's. But like we said, for Jono to win it, Jono needs to win. Clipsy's doing enough on his end to do what he needs to do to win the title. Whether or not this penalty even gets removed for Jono, that's a whole different thing. Jono is in a good position for his with his ERS, and Troy retires. He's chucked into a wall. He's done the Latifi. He's chucked it into the penultimate corner. Oh, and Jono's getting feisty. He wants that move. Kurbod's draining. He's flashing now red on fuel, so imagine that extra twist. Oh. Like Kurbod doesn't make the line.
That would still mean Clips will win it though after all.
Yeah.
Assuming... Yeah, because then Clips will jump in unless he can get his penalty removed, but... It's going to be a very confusing end, all decided in the steward's room.
Jono's going for it. Jono's going for the move. This could be for the win then. If Kuro... All he does, he swoops around the outside. This is it then. This could be it. Jono might be the winner. If Jono sees this out...
Clips must have had an error. He's 3.7 seconds back. He's not close enough to get in the penalties.
I think Jono's done it. Oh, and Kuro's had a massive moment in the final turn. It's not going to matter though. I don't know if he thinks he can get this removed. Through to the final corner. Kuro's going to win it on track. Jono then comes in second, but Constella wins with penalties, so it goes down to the stewards again. Clipsy finishes fourth, but then it all comes down to the stewards of whether Jono can get this penalty removed.
Yeah, because if Jono or Kurobo penalties can come off.
Yeah, if they get them.
I don't think Kurobo had one from the pit lane, from what I remember.
I think Kurobo was just 3 straight cuts. Yeah. So if that. Well, we see. I'll quickly flick to the chat and see if anything's being said.
Yeah, so he's ended on 4 warnings, Kurobo.
Yeah, so that's Kurobo done.
And Jono's only ended on the 3.
Can never have a simple end to an F2 race. It always ends like this, doesn't it? Well,
you know, the one thing we're 100% certain of now, though, is Merck have won the constructors.
Yeah, Merck.
That was the easy bit of today.
Yeah, Merck, as expected, Merck have they've got it all done and dusted. Wow, what an end! I don't think we could have asked for a better way to end that. Really, no safety cars, no chaos, no terrorism. It's all been clean racing, straight up fight to the death, effectively in F2. Just as we won it, all just fair racing right into the final. Checkered flag. But that's
And
checking
if the
flag wave.
comes off with Jono, that's 10 from 10 winners.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes the season even crazier. Jono, if he is the title winner, he's only had one win in the whole season. Wow. So again, we're ending the race it's like Austria. We're ending this race not really knowing who's going to be where. We're yet to properly find out who's winning. Jono's saying champion in the chat, so it's Well, Jono says he's going to report
One thing that would
Kurbold.
ruin his party is well, if he's reporting Curebold, he's handing it to Clips.
Yeah.
Because I think I've caught him cutting the pit lane, so it's going to be interesting reviewing that. But if
Oh.
he reports Curebold, I don't know if he's clocked. He's handing the title to Clips, because Clips will jump in for third.
Yeah. So yeah, lots can still happen within the next day in the stewards room, so it might get very tasty. So
Won't be forgetting that footage.
Super under the rug, yeah. But yeah, so that's how it finishes. Constella wins on track. Kurbold and Jono is your podium. We'll quickly flick down just so we can see everyone's finished in position. Olaf with the fastest lap as well, even though we were retired. So one last stint of speed from Olaf to end the race. But Mark as well, finishing 10th. I just caught that. Gets points on his debut going into next season, which is always nice. Banana as well with a P7, solid finish. But wow, what a way to end the F2. And looks like we're just going to go straight into F1 now.
Yeah, there won't be any delays now, which is ideal.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you for the whole season of F2, everyone. Everyone that's raced, everyone that's watched. But regardless of who wins and stuff, we've had a good season. 9 winners from 9, potentially 10 winners from 10. Closest, I think that's probably the closest title race we've ever seen in the whole league, maybe. With 3 people still in it going down to the final day. And so much. I think the only time we've had so many changes on the final day has been in terms of constructors, not drivers. So what a way to end it. But wow, on to F1. Everything's wrapped up in F1 boring compared to F2. So F1 is just one final hoorah for some drivers, just to round off the season. So we'll see how that goes. If you want to stick around for that, we should be live for that in about half an hour, ready to go. And I think Sezoy, the champion, will be on for some comms with Nano. So it'll be interesting to see Nano's opinions and if he's on comms, just to see what he has to say about that. But yeah, if you want to stick around for some F1 after, feel free to do so. That'll be live in around half an hour, like we've said. Of course, if you want to race next season as well, sign-ups are live. Grids will be out very shortly in the next couple of days. So if you want to do a last application, feel free to drop that in the server and let me know. But yeah, in that case, we'll see you for F2, maybe for a pre-season stream. If not, 2 weeks time, we'll have to have a look at round 1. Who sticks around? Who leaves? Who goes up to F1? Or, well, not F1, obviously next season we're going to Tier 1 and Tier 2 with the potential of a Tier 3, so a change in the league, and yeah, we'll see. Any final words of the season for F2? Anything to round off the season?
Very entertaining end in the end. I mean, God knows who's won, but
I don't know what's happening, but I'm enjoying it. Right, cool. But yeah, I don't know if we're seeing the F2 drivers actually reserving in F1. There might be a chance, but yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing. I think Jono's coming up and Constella.
Oh,
I need to double check with Jono though if he's listening. But
yeah, cool. All right, well, in that case, if you want to stick around for some F1, that's on next. But yeah, we'll see you for more Tier 2 in 2 weeks. So yeah, goodbye.